Welcome back to Podcast Recovery, everyone. We're your hosts, David O.
And Carly R.
And as always, behind the curtain is the wizard, Eric V. Today we're joined by our very special guest, Kira. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good. Everybody out there listening, we were just talking about Kira has no belly button.
None.
Sorry, it has to be talked about. You're the first human I've ever met with no belly button.
With none.
It's fascinating.
It's gone. Where'd it go? Who has it now?
It's
medical disposal.
It's in a jar, it's in a jar of
somewhere.
formaldehyde somewhere. They're going to study your belly button years from now.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Kira?
Beltsville.
Beltsville. Okay. And when were you first introduced to recovery?
I used to go to meetings with my dad. He used to go to AA. It's probably around like 5-6 years old.
Okay. All right. And how long have you been clean?
I'm coming up on 18 months.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, congratulations on that. And with all that out of the way, I'm going to turn it over to you to share your story with us. Take it away.
Okay. Let's see. So,
are you still nervous?
Yeah, I'm still nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. I mean, we just talked about you not having a belly button.
I know, right?
Right?
I guess it's funny, right? Even when I'm asked to lead meetings, I never really share my story. I just talk about how I stay clean and the positive aspects of NA and what it's done for me.
We want all the non-existent scars on your body.
All right, cool.
The ones we can't see.
The ones we can't see.
See the ones you can't. Yeah.
All right, so I'm and my parents are addicts, alcoholics. Childhood was very traumatic. It was a nightmare. It was dad drunk pretty much every night. My brother and sister, we learned at a young age how to hide, how to call 911. I was pretty much my dad's using buddy at a very young age. I don't know why my mother would allow him to take me to bars with him all the time.
How old are you?
So, I mean, this is before school, right? I'm very young. I remember.
Is this the late 80s or early 90s?
Late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was very normal for me to go to bars with my dad. He'd give me a cup full of quarters.
Did your dad take you to the bars?
Yeah.
Around Catonsville?
Yeah. I mean, it was like a family thing.
Yeah.
That's where we went. We hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the regulars knew me. They gave me quarters.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal for me to be in a bar.
Yeah.
Got to go behind the bar and use the soda gun. That was the best part.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I never got that experience.
Yeah.
Although I did get to get cigarettes out of the cigarette vending machines for my mom when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, that's how I started smoking young.
Yeah, right?
Cigarette vending machines.
Oh, God. Do they still exist?
The one at Lapa's is gone, sadly.
Damn it.
Yeah. One of my sisters used to, she would go, and then when one of her teachers asked what she wanted to be when she grew up, it was a bartender because she had always been, at restaurants and bars with my parents.
Huh.
Yeah, I felt cool. My dad told me, he was you're a big girl.
Yeah.
Big girls get to do this.
Yeah. Dude, they had cigarette vending machines at Giant when I was a kid. That's awesome. Amazing. Better times. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was fun then, right? Got to go to the bar with dad, play quarters, play pool, pinball machines, dartboards, all that cool stuff. And my dad even used me to help him pick up chicks. Because there was always the lady walking around with flowers.
That's a bit too far.
Stop. Was he with your mom?
Yeah.
Time? And you were
absolutely.
game with that? You were his little wingman?
Yeah, absolutely. He was my best friend. Definitely daddy's girl all the way.
Huh. Yeah. But you were trying to
That's a dope-ass daughter.
I had no idea.
That's a dope-ass daughter, but that's, no offense. That's kind of cruddy of your dad. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's, yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
No.
I mean, later on, it kind of clicked.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
Or my mom would use me to later find out where the girlfriends live. Which way do you go? Yeah.
Did you help her as well?
Yeah, I had no idea.
And you were playing both sides.
Bro.
I was scared of my mom.
You were a double agent.
Dude, no, I was scared of my mom. I better tell her. Who knows what she was going to do to me.
That's savagery. You were undercover to the max. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but there was always somebody walk around with a flower basket. My dad would get a flower and tell me to go pick out the prettiest girl in the bar. And
oh my God.
My dad thinks you're beautiful. And give him the rose.
That's a savage move. Not gonna lie, you're gonna pull.
Yeah,
you're gonna pull.
Yeah, it was always our secret. Don't tell mom, or you won't be able to come with me anymore.
Wow.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, that is fucked up. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay. Whew. Continue.
I think the first time I ever got my hands on drugs was an accident. I didn't even realize till later on in life what had actually happened. Me and my sister were playing in my parents' bedroom, underneath the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked underneath the nightstand, and there was like a Ziploc bag. So we pulled it out, and it was like a bunch of white stuff, some rolled up bills. And we were like, oh, sugar.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So what was your first drug? Do you know?
Cocaine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably like 6 or 7 years old.
Oh my God, a 7-year-old on cocaine would be a horror show.
Yeah, I remember my mom walking in because, like, me and, I'm just like licking my finger, dipping in a bag, and put it in my mouth. I can't feel my face. This is great. My mom's like, what the fuck? I like, snatched it from him,
Oh my God.
They had this huge fight. And it wasn't until like years later I realized, like, fuck, I did cocaine when I was
The
like 7 years
kids
old.
got a hold of the cocaine. Who fucked up here?
Yeah.
Like.
And normally our first question is like, hey, do you remember your first drink? Do you remember your first line? Fucking right, I do.
For real, yeah, I do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember my sister, she just took a little bit. I was like, ew, that's gross. Not me. I'm still like going at it like,
Hell yeah.
like
Ooh,
yeah.
my nose is getting numb.
Yeah. My face is melting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was definitely that.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Right, speed through all that, just very abusive childhood, mom and dad, not giving a fuck, just mom's always in the bedroom for some reason, can't go in the room. Lots of abuse between my both parents, man, gosh, they used to beat the crap out of each other. It was wild. I think when I was 13 was when my mom finally left my dad. He got a blood clot in his lung. Ooh. He was in the hospital for like a year and a half. So she took that as an opportunity to leave.
Wow.
He was in the hospital for a year and a half.
Yeah, they removed like one
Yeah,
one
blood clot in your lung is that's serious business, buddy.
No, I know that. It's just that's a long time. That's a big bill. Too.
Don't you watch House? Like this is
No, I don't
like
watch
it's
House.
What? What are you doing with your life?
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's a drug using doctor. What's not to like?
Nurse Jackie's a drug using nurse. I didn't watch that.
House
show.
was the OG though. Don't get it twisted.
I think
Thank you,
I think
Lori.
Nurse Jackie might have came out before House, but we'll see.
We'll see. Google that.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, but I remember that being like traumatic because then my dad was gone. My best friend's gone, and now I'm left with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, nobody to protect me from her, right? So, and then that was like that's when she had the boyfriend who seemed a little bit more interested in me than her. And that went on for a number of years, and my mom did nothing about that. And that's when I started using more, right? Because he figured out that if he let me drink and do drugs with him, then I was more compliant.
Oh, God damn it.
Why? Yeah. I have so many questions, but go ahead.
I have so many punches to throw into the past. God damn it.
And like, it's still, it took a long time for me to even talk about that. Like, I've been going to trauma therapy for about 2 years, and like, still can't say his name. Don't want to. Like, I just don't even want to like humanize him.
No, don't. Yeah,
he doesn't deserve it.
No, don't humanize him in any way whatsoever.
And that lasted from like 13 to 16. I was actually in criminal justice at my school, and I came.
You had criminal justice classes?
Yeah.
In like middle school and high school?
And yeah, not in high school.
Huh. That's dope. I did take forensic science in high school, which was
so
awesome.
did I.
Really?
Yeah.
How tough.
That's really
God,
cool.
I love you.
Yeah, I finally told a teacher about it because I was like, I don't want this happening anymore. I want to get away.
Yeah.
So
wait, the teacher had to report it then?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like, I actually had bruises on me, bite marks from him.
Oh God.
That they photographed and everything, and nothing came about it, right? My mom manipulated me into saying like, hey, drop the charges. You can just go live with your grandma and, start over.
What the fuck?
So you got moved.
Yeah.
Boyfriend didn't.
Yeah. No.
And no charges on the boyfriend.
No.
Wait, how no charges? How old were you?
I was 16.
13. Yeah, so 16.
Yeah,
no.
in between
So
that.
There's no rationale to that.
Is it because like your mom like is that stat at that point? Like,
She
I'm
knew
confused.
she knew what was going on. She absolutely did nothing about it. She blamed me. Well, stop walking around with your boobs hanging out and your short shorts, and stay away from when he's drunk.
What the fuck? Okay, continue.
Yeah. That's sad.
I guess like what worked was before that, when I was 14, I was a cadet at a fire department, and my cadet leader attacked me at a fire hall dance. And I went through this whole thing, like went straight to the cops, reported it, but he had 3 teenagers that went to school with me, and they made my life live in hell to the point where I had to be escorted by the police, like the school officer, from class to class because they were jumping me or getting people to jump me.
What the fuck?
And I even had to take lie detector tests.
And this was all in Beltsville?
At this time, that we were living on Eastern Shore.
Okay. Okay.
And this place called Willard's. Like,
Willards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
and I was going to school in Salisbury.
All right.
That's where the high school was.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the
And
fuck?
it was getting so bad. So that's what she used against me. Like, do you want to go through what you went through with him again? Because like those charges ended up getting dropped because the police ended up saying it was like just he said, she said. There wasn't enough evidence to go on.
Jesus.
So that got dropped. But luckily, like fast forward, I think it was like 14 years later, I was like 28 years old, still living in Salisbury. So, like 4 detectives showed up on my door like, hey, we'd like to talk to you about, this guy. He's hurt some more people. Would you be willing to like talk to us again?
Yeah.
And they had me go down to the station, give my story. And the guy, like the detective even said, he was like, we listened to your story from like your 14-year-old tapes to like 28. He was like, exactly the same. I was like, yeah, because I was telling the fucking truth.
Yeah. Like,
who would have thought, asshole?
Right? Like this guy went from being like a cadet leader around kids to a school bus driver.
oh my God.
Yeah. Like they definitely go for those jobs, right?
Oh.
Whoa.
Now I'm rethinking all the future of my own child.
Oh, believe me. Yeah.
Be like, no, you're not getting on the bus. I will drive you.
For real. It's scary. But yeah, so
back
What
to
happened then?
16, 17.
oh yep, 16 I'd go to live with my grandparents. And
Where are they at?
Beltsville. So I'm
Okay,
back in Beltsville now. And after all that, like that's pretty much when I went from being like a nerd in school, like, oh, I'm never going to do drugs. I want to be a police officer, lawyer, to like, fuck everything. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that's when like I had the daily use of definitely like marijuana or whatever I get my hands on. I think I regularly started using cocaine when I was 17, 18.
Wow.
Yeah. And then from there, it was just whatever drug you had on you, I did. Got involved with the wrong guy,
Of course.
the drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Right?
Tale as old as time, really.
Yeah, I lived a fast life, lots of money, partying all the time. Like, thought I was like, the trap queen of like Beltsville.
That's the name of your podcast.
That might be the title of the podcast. I'm sorry. The Trap Queen of Beltsville. That's
for
kind of
real.
awesome.
Yeah. Like,
Hopefully something better comes out.
yeah, I thought life was fun. Life was great.
Yeah.
Right? I think the first time I went to jail, I was 18. We had like this, God, we probably been up like a whole week on cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah. I mean, back then, that's what coke was good.
But you know that feeling at like day 3? Like, like
Where you're starting to question
where
whether
you're
reality
questioning-
is reality.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yes.
there's a rough feeling when you've stayed up for a couple days.
Yeah. God, things just start getting really weird.
Can I be honest? I totally love that feeling. I chased I was like 96 hours that's like the golden hour.
I
was
hated
like,
that feeling.
Dude, 96 hours. I'm like, that's a good time to like from like 90 to like 110.
No.
I'm like, you're totally like out of space and time entirely. Like you don't. I was like,
After
dreaming. I was
48,
like,
dude,
what is happening? Like
Yeah.
nothing in your brain is functioning properly in any way whatsoever. Anybody who's listening, don't do this. We're not romanticizing this. Do not stay up for 3 or 4 days at a time. It's terrible for your brain. It's terrible for your body. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I would chase that feeling.
I'm fine with people going down into caves and staying there for long periods of time until time kind of loses its sense of reality.
Are we talking about like actual caves?
Yeah.
Like spelunking? Okay. So
No.
not like a metaphorical like soul cave?
No, real caves. Yeah, real caves,
Okay.
not soul caves. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, I don't want to go.
No
in that-
penguins are
No,
here.
that soul cave is dark. That was a good Fight Club reference.
Slide.
Yeah, slide.
Oh God. So wait, where were we? You'd been up for a week, first
yeah.
arrest,
And about to go to jail.
about to go to jail.
Oh yeah, because PG County. I knew a couple police officers, kind of crooked, who gave me a warning. They said that they were watching my apartment and they were gonna bust us soon. Mm-hmm. So we had this great idea, like, hey, let's go on the fucking run, right? Pack up everything, throw it in a truck, even the cat. We got a cat with us
Gotta take the cat
on the run, and we're
you
gonna
can't
go to
just leave
Vegas, and we're gonna get there before, like, by my 19th birthday, and we're gonna get married.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Yep, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yep.
No idea, like, how we're gonna survive or anything.
No,
Right?
So you
irrelevant to the plan.
Yeah, because like when you're that high and been up for that many days, like you know, you got
the
it
plan
all.
is the
Yeah,
plan.
Yeah.
Like we cannot deviate from this shit for some moral conundrum. No.
money? Fuck that.
Yeah, money.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be legitimate citizens? No, we're gonna be fucking Bonnie and Clyde. We all have that.
yeah.
Probably not you, but
me.
not you. Yeah, well, you're a fucking nerd. You were sitting there on fucking Arrowhead checking up on the
Yeah.
chemical structure of your drugs.
How can I make a new drug with these drugs?
Fucking nerd. I'm just like, does this come in powder form? Cool.
What is this? I
Let's
don't
do
care. Oh, what's the molecular structure of this? Oh, it's fascinating. What if I take this alkaloid from over here and then we'll inject...
Fuck off. I'm not listening to you anymore. So Bonnie and Clyde, you're going to Vegas.
Oh yeah. So we had this great idea. Like he wants to go stop and see this guy, a friend of his that we used to call Sweet Pea down in Florida. So
An amazing name.
I love street names.
So we see Sweet Pea, and Sweet Pea lets my ex know what's going on. So my ex notifies the authorities, like, where we're at, where we're traveling on. And this guy, Sweet Pea, even tells us, hey, take I-20. Go straight to Vegas. I had no idea, like, I-20 is one of the biggest drug rating
Yeah.
roads ever.
Yeah.
So
So wait,
we're driving.
where is Sweet Pea?
Sweet Pea's in Florida.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Florida.
Yeah.
Ruined another good story.
Right.
Dicks.
So, yeah, like, I'm driving down I-20. I don't have my license is suspended.
Of course.
Or no, revoked at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, license is gone.
Yep.
I'm like so fucking high, right? And it's hot down there. I'm actually driving just in a brawl, right? Woo! Life is great. We're fucking going to Vegas. We're getting married.
No shorts, no nothing, just bro?
Well, yeah, I think I had shorts on.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're driving. I'm like, at every break, there's like a fucking cop, and I'm like, whoa, look. It looks like, I even said, like, it looks
swamp cops
like
are
they're
for real.
looking for somebody.
Yeah.
They sure fucking were. And
Wait, real quick timeout. Did you know somebody with a street name? I had Breezy, but he was dealing drugs to me. Nobody?
Not that I can think of.
Matt S. had Stinky. He was getting heroin from
I had
Stinky.
so many heroin dealers with, like, I don't know.
You don't remember one of them?
Oh, no. I remember there were a lot of, like, there was White Mike, there was Big Mike, there was a few different people.
Yeah,
with,
I had
like,
Sweaty Mike.
There was a
I
few
had Sweaty
different
Mike.
Mikes
No,
with
Sweaty
different
Mark.
adjectives before their names.
Yeah, there's so many Mikes.
I can't remember.
Mike,
all
if
their
you're out there,
names.
you're probably doing drugs. I don't know who you are.
all Mike's do
I
drugs.
All
kinda
Mikes.
remember the holes more than I remember the dealers.
What was it? There was a guy that lived next to us in Salisbury that was, I forget what his name, but he went by the state that he was from. But that was it.
Like Arkansas?
Hi, I'm Wyoming. What?
I forget what we called him.
Oh, yeah, there was a guy, Duck, who just perpetually had a broken arm for like 4 years that I knew.
Jesus.
Like, he would just always break his arm. I'm
Did
like,
he skate?
no, did he ski? Fuck no. He
No, skate.
Oh, did he skate?
Skate.
Oh, he might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're Swamp Police, Florida. They're looking for you, driving in a brawl. Go.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. So get pulled over, right? And of course, you know, he wants my identification. And being so dumb, we like been using my ID to break up lines, right?
Oh, great.
So I go to hand him my ID, and I'm like, oh wait. And then my dumbass pulls it back from him, wipes it on my pants, and then gives it to him. And I look at the guy like, oh man, that was close.
Nice.
So while he's going back to check the stuff, you know, of course, I'm stuffing everything.
That cop's literally licking your ID.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man. So then that's when we try to start hiding stuff, right? And the bag of what we had left went in me.
Oh,
In you.
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
hole?
That's an inappropriate. That is an inappropriate fucking question. And you are not going to answer that. Okay, it goes.
If that bag breaks, I mean,
shut.
You know.
No. No.
It was the belly button.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well played. That's really why she
That's
got rid
good.
of it.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
On the old prison wallet.
Yep. Oh god.
Prison wall.
Okay.
All right. So then they get the dogs up there and everything because they can't find the drugs.
Yeah.
But they got the rolled up bills. They got residue everywhere. And luckily we had the cat with us, right? So they can't like really let the dogs out.
Yeah. Well, that's
So they're
saved
tearing
by the
this
cat.
fucking truck up, like taking everything out, the seats out, the wheels off the motherfucking
They'll
thing.
have fun.
Oh my
Yep.
god, yeah. And they're like, I'm up, like handcuffed up against this fucking canine car, and this dog is just like slobber, like coming. I'm like, this motherfucker is going to get out and like just
bite me in the face.
eat my vagina off. He's gonna get. He can smell the drugs,
the
like
real
he's gonna
fun of
get me.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. There's your answer, Eric. There you go.
Hey, and there were two options. You know?
Yeah.
I get it. It's just it didn't need to be asked. We knew where this
Did
story
we know?
was going.
I didn't know. It could have gone in a
Well, we
different
do
place.
now.
Yeah.
We do now.
This dog is gonna fucking kill me. But so I remember like the police come up and they got this bag, and you can tell like it had been folded like in a rectangle for a while, right?
Yeah.
Because he lets go, you see all the squares, and he's like, "This is ice." I'm like, "Ice?" Like, I'm thinking ice like in a drink.
Yeah.
I guess down in
Meth.
like Georgia, you know, ice is like a whole thing with like meth.
Yeah,
Whatever.
meth.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
it's like ice. My dumbass is like, that's not ice.
Looks like a bag, bro.
He's like, "What
Are
is
you
it?
high?
Is it cocaine?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I love lying to cops.
So
Because it's so terrible every time. I
they
don't know what it is.
claim they found an 8-ball, but like the way we kept our bags was like, you know, you carried it, you put it all in the corner.
What
you know,
8-ball? Because I'm sure that shit is
yeah,
gone, bro.
I'm still hiding it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go to jail. Oh man, that was
Wait,
a
did
whole
they
thing.
find?
No, they never found it.
Wow.
Did you do coke in jail?
I had flushed it when I got into the holding cell. And that shit had already melted. I was like in a full blown like coke rage. Like rage.
Wow.
I'm
See,
sweating.
this is what I
I'm
was
pissed.
asking about.
I'm
is if
throwing
it-
shit
yeah.
everywhere. Oh man, it was bad.
That's really
I got
bad.
beat up by the cops.
You're very lucky you didn't die.
Yeah. I don't know how.
That could have gone really poorly.
I've done I've stretched out a whole like ball and did it as a line, like half up one nostril, half up the other, and I don't know how I survived that. I definitely remember laying on the floor twitching.
Oh,
I don't know how I'm still here. Like,
you just gave
It was at
me
least
like,
a third baby laxative.
yeah, bro.
you just gave me a little like heart attack there when you said like I've done like that much. Oh god,
I've done so much.
I hate
cocaine.
large rails
It's
like
wild.
that. Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, they
A lot of
pulled me
cocaine
out.
stories in this room today, and you know what? I'm here for it. I'm liking this.
Yeah, so like they pulled me out to question me, and yeah, you're gonna love this one. So this guy center asked me all these questions about my family and stuff like that. And I'm like, you don't need to know anything about my siblings. He's like, I didn't ask you about your kids. I was like, that's your offspring. He's like, no. We're going back and forth. I was like, you know, maybe in fucking Georgia,
Yeah.
your siblings are your offspring, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. And you know what? They really don't like people from the north there.
No.
They kept calling me a Yankee bitch.
Oh.
They like shoved me around. You know
You're
those
from
and those
Maryland.
batons that they have. I know. So I'm from the Mason-Dixon line, man.
Yeah. Like, we're right below it, motherfuckers. We're the OGs.
Oh man. And then like, so my maiden initials are KKK, right? My name
Oh my God.
My name is Kira K. Crick. That's why I kept my maiden name, right?
Wow.
These guys actually wrote that on my jumper before they threw me in Gen Pop.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
That's not cool.
That's not cool.
this is a true story.
I believe you.
I got my ass whooped
Yes,
as soon
you
as I
did.
walked into Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Whooped.
It's not what you think. It's my name.
Yeah,
Oh
this is my fucking name.
That's terrible.
Why did your parents do
Thanks,
that to
Mom.
you, man, that's not cool.
Yeah.
They had to have noticed, like, oh, KKK.
I mean, I'm working on my fourth step, and that's definitely in my resentments.
That's fucked up.
As it should be.
It should be. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't do that to your kids, people. Don't do it.
No.
Yeah. So spend my 19th birthday in jail. But luckily, like on my birthday, they told me like I was waiting to see like
Did you get a cake?
one of those. No, no, no.
That'd be awesome if in jail they're like, oh, it's your birthday. Here's your cake.
They ripped me off the top bunk though. Like, man, that shit was coming down. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That shit
Detoxing
sucked.
in jail sucks.
Oh my god, it was so bad, so bad. I remember like laying in the bunk and they come up and like just like rip me off the bed and like, you got a visitor. Like, visitor, I've been waiting to talk to a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, they got me in like this cell waiting to like go for the visit. And the guy comes in and he's like, so you're out of here. I was like, huh?
What?
He's like, you got bailed out. I was like, by who? Like, what do they look like? He's like,
Sweet pea coming through in the clutch.
Dude, they described my mother and my sister. I'm like, can I stay? Like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Because my crazy dumb ass, like during that like episode of like being up for a week and going on the run, I wrote like them a whole letter, like a goodbye letter. So they didn't know what the fuck happened. So they've been looking for me for like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then found out I was in jail. Came and got me. Bailed me out on my 19th birthday.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
Right? Meet up with the boyfriend drug dealer and just go party again.
He got
Right?
How did he get out?
His mother bailed him out. He left me in there. He like got out like the same day.
Oh, that
Oh,
dick.
how
And that
long were
motherfucker
you
left me in
there?
jail. Like 2 weeks.
And you stuck with him?
Well, he had
Yeah,
all the drugs.
Other people have drugs. You know?
Yeah, but if you know, like,
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
go find Mystery Man X, or I could just stay with fucking Mike. Sweaty Mike.
Like,
All right. And then, I remember that first night out. That's when, we turned it up. I tried
Yep.
drugs I ain't never tried before. Like, definitely did a lot of PCP that night.
ooh, fun.
Yeah.
I never even saw PCP.
You never did it with lace, like marijuana? Those
No.
were that was the best.
No.
So much fun.
Shit was crazy. Definitely
Jesus
feels
Christ.
superhuman.
Yeah. Or like you're kind of like your time's a little weird too.
Thank God I didn't, because I'm an angry person inside, and I just don't think
That's
that
a
would-
myth, dude.
It would have ended
I
well.
wasn't
It would
angry
not have ended
whenever
well.
I went to
Me neither.
PCP. I was really happy.
Me too. And I saw colors
Yeah,
I had
it
never
was
seen
fucking
before.
dope.
Like, I don't want to romanticize it
No,
either,
no, no,
but
yeah.
like, you see
It's terrible.
colors you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's wild. And you really feel like you could fucking
But it
fly.
is different. It's not like it's described in Dare. It's not like that.
Nothing is like it's described in Dare.
You know? It's not like that.
No. So you're on a hellbender after getting
yeah.
out of jail.
Fuck yeah, doing all the drugs. I mean, there was stuff I did. I don't even know what it was then, but it was my 19th birthday, so we're going ham, right?
Yep.
Just got out of jail. I'm free.
Yep. Yep.
And then I got pregnant.
Ooh.
And then that's probably like the first time I realized that, I may be an addict. Because I have to quit now.
Yeah.
And that was wild. And that whole struggle with like, because I was like 4 months pregnant when I found out.
Ooh.
And I'm like, fuck, is this kid going to be okay? You know?
Yeah.
And like his father begged me to keep him. And, luckily he's awesome.
Yeah.
My son, he's great. He's healthy, but I quit using. But man, as soon as I popped him out, I was back at it. And I remember like just being fresh out of the hospital, this little tiny baby, and like I was afraid to touch him because I didn't want to get like coke residue on him. Like my nose is running. Like and every time I like would try to wipe my nose, I'd have to go wash my hands because I didn't want to touch him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Right. So then that's when it started. Like I didn't do coke again for probably like 15 years after that. Like, I stopped doing that.
Nice.
Clean up life for the kids. Popping out a bunch of kids after that. I think I had like 3 kids within 4 years. But then like little by that time, like I'd go on benders, it'd be like a month or so. I'd go out drinking and then can't stop, right? There's no such thing as like 1 or 2 drinks. I gotta like fucking lose it, black out, fight people,
Yeah.
get my ass whooped by...
What was your drink of choice? Are you a whiskey girl?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Fucking called it. Fucking knew it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, love some Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
And that and like IPAs.
IPAs?
Yeah, well, I gotta get there quick. You gotta start off quick.
That's a
young
20
that's
mindset
a different
right
type
there.
of IPA drinker.
That's a young 20 mindset where you're like, oh, 9%?
No.
Oh, that's 2 beers in one.
No,
Fuck, you gotta get up 12%.
No, this isn't 32-year-old Chad who's like, there's 80 grams of hops in here. And they're
Can you taste
Fuck
the
outta
fact that this has been roasted in barrels?
Yeah. This is actually macerated in vanilla beans. I was like, fuck off. I drink it in a chalice.
I'm becoming a sommelier in IPAs.
Yeah, shut up in your stupid IPAs.
So then that's like definitely we go on some binge drinking episodes and was in. So I guess I back up. I did end up marrying that guy.
Whoa.
Okay.
The first one.
Is that your last initial?
We
right
had
now?
no.
Okay.
So I ran away from him because the love of my life had just got out of prison.
Wait. Whoa.
Yep, here we go.
That's awesome. That's another title right there.
Love of my life got out of prison.
He actually showed up at the wedding.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So then, like, when I had to get clean, like this guy, he's still selling drugs, using drugs, people all in the house like crazy. And I'm telling him, once the baby comes, we got to stop. And then shit just got really abusive. And like, I actually ran away. I had some friends from Salisbury show up in Beltsville, come pack me and the baby up. And the baby was like 5 weeks old at the time. And like 2 black guys, busted mouth, like bruises all over me. And it was just rough. I was like, packed everything up, went to Salisbury, started all over, and went to go be with him.
So that was baby 1?
Yeah, that was baby 1.
Okay.
And then the love of my life, prison guy, moved in with him. And then we had baby 2, baby 2 and baby 3.
Okay.
How many babies are there total?
3.
3.
Okay.
I have 3 children. And that was definitely a whirlwind too, because he never let it go of the fact that, I didn't wait for him while he was in prison. I ended up, becoming a fucking cocaine whore and marrying a drug dealer and having his baby.
Things happen, man.
Just gotta let it go.
Yeah. There were swamp police and cocaine. And things were inside me, and I lost my belly button. There's a lot of shit, man.
Right. Oh my god. And then that fucking relationship was sick, right?
Yeah, of
very
course.
controlling to the point where he'd even take like the license plates off the vehicle so I couldn't go anywhere.
Whoa.
Wow.
I wouldn't have a phone, no money. He'd leave me like whatever amount of cigarettes like he thought I could
Did
have
he
for the day.
put lotion in a pail by any chance?
Tell you to
Lower
put it on
down a
your
hole?
skin.
Yeah, with like
God.
petting a Bichon.
Sit on this.
That's a great one. Okay.
Gosh, so that was like a whole struggle with that, like trying to get away from him. Every time he went to jail, I slowly
He
like
was the love of your life.
Yeah, I thought so, right?
You know?
Fuck yeah, because like at a very young age, I was taught like if they beat you, it's because they love you. Because that's what I heard all over and over growing up. Like, after they get my parents beat the shit out of me, like, well, it's because I love you, right? So fuck, if these guys are putting their hands on me, they must love me, right? They love me so much that they.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Thank God for trauma therapy. I'm not. I don't believe that anymore.
All right. So let's speed it up. Let's fast forward. How do we get to the rock
Having
bottom?
no belly button.
Yeah.
How do we get to rock bottom?
So yeah, fast forward through all that. Like I really, I'd been in and out of the rooms because I kept getting like court ordered.
Yeah.
But still didn't have a problem. I just got caught.
Yeah.
I'm not an addict. I'm not an alcoholic. So I guess what really hit it for me was I left Salisbury to go take care of my grandparents. And at that time, I had a little over a year clean. And that shit was a fucking nightmare, right? My grandfather was really, really abusive and controlling to the point where I ended up on heroin. My cousin was living there. He did heroin and crack, and it shit was just so miserable watching my grandma die from dementia. Like, nobody ever really knows how bad that shit is.
Yeah.
Like, watching somebody, like, your absolute hero just deteriorate and, like,
Yeah.
they're gone, but it's the body's just still there. So I ended up, my kids went to go live with their father, on Eastern Shore, and then I'm left to my own devices, right? So then it just gets real bad. The heroin, the coke, the whatever I can get my hands on, to the point where I'm like living in my car, and then that's when I'm put myself into the methadone program. And God, that shit was awful too.
Oh yeah.
I really thought this shit was gonna help me get off of like fucking dope, like, but no, it's just another addiction that took forever to break. So I was in that program for like a good year, to the point where I ended up weaning myself off the shit because they weren't trying to help me. Every time
That's really
I
not that bad. 1 year. That's not too
One
bad.
year's a pretty, that's, I mean, just like, it doesn't get in your bones as bad as some of those people that you hear about with methadone, man.
Oof.
Like,
God.
where they were on it for like, dude, like, it's like a 6-month withdrawal. It's like,
Oh God, it was so bad. Like, I thought the withdrawal for dope was bad. Methadone is like 100 times worse.
Yeah, it's like amplified. Suboxone's kind of the same way. It's just longer, you know?
Yeah.
Like the restless legs, like the sweats, all that shit.
Yeah. So I ended up, I got in just a deep, dark depression because I miss my grandma. You know, I'm mourning her.
Yeah.
She's gone. I'm mourning my kids. Like, they're gone because, you know, they were with me every fucking day since the day they were born, and then gone. I'm living in my fucking car. So that's when I attempted to end my life. And I woke up in the ICU with like dialysis, like tubes in my neck.
Did you try to overdose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's the easiest way.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, goodbye, cruel world. I'm out here.
Yeah.
No, not so fast.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I was, I can't think of the word, but like a judge and some doctors told me I couldn't leave.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was there for like,
Held without, against your will.
yeah. So I was in the psych ward for like 30 days, and that shit was fucking torture. Like, I never felt more sane in my life. Than
Yeah.
when was
I
there.
know. Yeah. Really, it's nothing like a good psych ward trip that'll make you feel better about yourself.
Fuck yeah.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Because you see the lady who's picking apart all her food into the smallest, like, crumb because she's trying to find the tracking bug that they put in her food.
Dude, it's there, motherfucker.
Or the person
Yep.
just
I'm sure it
screams
is,
in the
yeah.
middle of the night. Like, they're
Oh,
being,
yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah. So I answered all the question right. You
Yeah,
know,
you're like, I'm good.
whatever I
I
gotta
love
do to
to
get the fuck out of there.
here,
Yeah,
really.
get me out of here. So then they put me in they sent me to rehab up in Mount Manor. As soon as I got there, I ran away.
Which
AMA.
one? Here?
Frederick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Frederick Road or like Frederick as in the county?
Frederick, Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, you know, I got some of my buddies that I went to the bars with. They all pulled some money together, get me an Uber, get out of there,
How nice of them.
and then straight to the bar, right? And then
Yep.
that's when it just got really bad. Every fucking night, like after work, just in a bar, and a bar, and a bar, and a bar, and then I got myself together. I was like just a functioning addict. I kind of hate how people say that, but you know,
Yeah.
I was like, I still went to work every day, fucked up,
Yeah.
and I got 2 of the kids back. Got a house, got 2 of the kids back, and then COVID hit,
Okay.
and then that was definitely like my breaking point to like where I am now. Like, oh shit, I gotta back up. So I was renting a room before I bought the house. I didn't have the kids back, and for 3 months couldn't leave the house. The only place the only place that was open was liquor stores.
And you're by yourself?
Yeah, I'm by myself renting a room from like this creepy dude, and just walk to the liquor store, get fucking wasted every day, and then once everything opened up, I had to go back to work. That's when I realized like I had a dependency on alcohol.
Were you a piercer throughout like all of this?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I actually got into the tattoo world from the prison love of my life. He learned how to tattoo
okay.
in prison, came out, taught me how to do it, and
That's a unique
that is
story.
like, yeah.
Nobody ever learns how to tattoo in prison. That's a first.
Yeah, he came home from prison and taught me
Nice.
how to do it.
yeah.
And then I got into piercing, and that's that.
Yeah.
And
So the world opens up after COVID.
yeah, world opens up. I go back to work, and then that's when I realized like I got the shakes. I can't stop shaking, and I had
It's a
remembered.
bad way to pierce people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine somebody?
Do you want 2 rings? Because you got them.
Or you see people's faces, like see me coming at them, like my hands are fucking shaking. I'm like, oh, I need to eat something. My sugar's low. Bitch, get out of it.
I forgot to take my heart pill.
Oh yeah, and then I was always like, "Oh guys, I gotta go run to the gas station real quick to get an energy drink. No, get some minis and fucking ginger ale, and go back at it." And it got to the point where I had just minis everywhere, minis in my car, minis
Jameson
in my
and
purse.
ginger?
Yeah, fucking, I love Jameson ginger. And then I had a bottle of Jameson just hidden in the piercing room for when I had the shakes. And stuff, and I learned, it's kind of fucked up what you learn from fucking being in meetings.
Yeah.
Because I actually heard in meetings, how people would have to go get another one just to stop shaking.
Yeah.
So I figured out, what? Oh, I remember that one time that guy shared that.
Yeah, that guy shared that shit.
You know,
man.
And I was like, wow, it fucking works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, so then, I started, I was getting really sick of myself, right? Like, fuck. I'm a miserable piece of shit. Yeah, and I don't care about nothing about just getting this money and then going to the bar and then getting a bag. And it was an every night thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I started telling on myself, telling people at work, what I'm doing. And I'm all right, trying to wean myself down, cutting back the alcohol little by little. And in the meantime, I don't know how the fuck I got away with this. I'm falling asleep at the wheel, waking up, being surrounded by police, wasted. Get out of that somehow. Up all night, drinking, doing coke, fall asleep at the wheel, flip my fucking car.
Jesus.
Yeah. Where the thing lands on its side, I had to crawl out. And I'm a volunteer at the fire department.
Nice.
And I had my uniform on, so I think that's what saved me every time.
Oh yeah,
That is
yep.
100% what saved you.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll do it.
Every time this happened, there's been times where I fell asleep at a red light, woke up surrounded by police, and they just let me go. They knew I was fucked up.
Dude, my friend Sean was asleep at a red light for 2 hours before the cops came.
Shit.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, but even then, what I did? I didn't stop.
No.
I ended up I had bought this house, right? Started renting that house out. Went and found a house to rent in Crofton,
That's
closer
cheaper.
to the
Yeah.
bars that I was going to. So I didn't have the 45-minute drive home. anymore.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, so I own a house I'm renting and renting a fucking townhouse just so I could fucking use better.
Wow.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So, and then I had another shithead boyfriend that, definitely violent, crazy, toxic ass relationship. We go on a vacation because we think that's going to help our fucking relationship, right?
Yeah.
And we, at that time, then I'm like, we're using Molly a lot then too. So we have, a bunch of Molly, cocaine,
Yeah.
drinking at the beach, get the shit beat out of me, left on the beach.
Damn it.
Man,
What the fuck is it with guys?
how are you finding these violent people?
I don't know, man. And then I'm sitting there with my therapist, back from the vacation, and he's like, what the fuck? Black guy, bust a lip. And he was like, all right, Kier. And I had told him about, been talking to him a lot about how I knew I needed to get clean. But I just didn't know how. There was that embarrassment, right? Because I know I'd almost had 2 years before. I used to do H&I, and I would always tell him about how I missed this, and I wanted to get back to it. And then he was like, all right, you got 3 choices. You either, take yourself to a meeting this week, at least one meeting. Or you check yourself in to a psych ward, or I'm checking you in. And I was like, oh, fuck no, I ain't going back there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, how are you going to know if I go to a meeting?
Yeah.
You going to give me meeting slips?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, Kira, this is your life.
Yeah.
What do you want out of life? I was like, fuck.
Was
And
there
then,
a moment of clarity?
yeah, and I downloaded the NA app, found a women's meeting, and took my ass right there.
Nice.
And I remember sitting in that parking lot being scared to death to walk up, but I knew what they were going to say when I walked up. And
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Glad you're back.
How can I help?
Yeah. And I was the first time in a long time, whoa, such a big weight was lifted off. And I went in there and I shared and I cried. And I cried. I cried. Yeah. And that was August 22nd, 2022.
Hell yeah.
I'm still clean today. Coming
that's
up on
fucking
18
rad.
months.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, we got some questions for you. Who would like to go first?
David, just go.
You should go first.
I should go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a kid, you were kind of raised to lie. Like, you were taught by adults how to lie, by your dad and everything like that. So, was that sort of like a chess piece, like on the board of like the beginnings of addiction, like learning to kind of like how to figure out how to lie to people and manipulate and create a double life? Like, was that part of, everything that would come after?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely learned how to lie and manipulate very well at a young age and carry that out for the rest of my life. Still, even now, I'm very aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stop and break that shit.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is more of a curiosity question. What's your relationship like now with your family, like your parents and your siblings?
Oh, that's a good one. So after my...
Did you mention siblings? Do you have siblings?
I do. I actually have...
2 siblings.
Okay.
I have 2 full-blood siblings and like 4 half siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was stuck on the no belly one. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're a better listener than me.
So after my suicide attempt, my mother and sister and brother pretty much refused to talk to me. It was about 2 years in, my sister finally reached out to me 1 year and was like, "I'm tired of hating you." And ever since then, like, we're best friends now. We talk every day, sometimes twice a day.
Nice.
And we never even had that, like, really growing up. We were never close. We were definitely sibling rivalries. Like, we used to beat the shit out of each other growing up. My mom and I just started talking. She had a health scare recently where she was in the hospital. And I remember when my sister called me, she was like, "You're probably not going to give a fuck, but our mom is in the hospital." Really? Like, why would you say that, Caitlin? Like, she's still my mom. She was like, "Well, yeah, well, I just figured you should know." And it was pretty scary. I thought she was going to have a blood clot. And at first, I was pretty selfish, right? Like, this bitch is going to die without apologizing?
Yeah.
Like, I need my apology for what she did to me, what her boyfriend did to me. Like, and, I called my sponsor about it. And, it's not about me, right? She was like, you got to keep your side of the street clean, And I remember, like, when I was in the ICU and the psych ward and all that, how I was alone. And I would never want anybody to feel like that. So I was going to go visit her in the hospital and everything, but she got out before that. But I did call her every day while she was in the hospital. And like now I've been calling her once a week. And it was really hard at the beginning because I'm still very mad at her.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at her because I feel like I don't have a mother. Like I'm orphaned. And I'm probably never going to get that apology from her, ever. But I do have a choice of whether or not I want to be a good daughter. Yeah. So she actually did tell me the other day, she said, "Thanks for calling me. It's been great talking to you. I just want to let you know that I love you. And I really like to start hanging out sometime, like spend some time with you." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So baby steps. I mean, that.
Yeah. Not going to build Rome in a day.
Yeah. The same with my dad. My dad has been like hit or miss in my life because I felt like he was the only person I could really reach out to about being an alcoholic or an addict and going to meetings, and he was always supportive, but he always fucks up, right? Like last time I let him into my life, it gave him like $7,000 to help me like fix the house I was in. He talked me into buying this fucking house. Said he could fix it for me. Give him $7,000. He dips off. He's using again, and now he's out in Florida. And called me a couple months ago to tell me that, he's back in recovery and that he's sorry. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he actually called me like yesterday, and I didn't answer, but he left a voicemail saying how much he misses me and the kids, and that he loves me and wants to talk to me.
Nice. All right. What you got, Eric?
I was wondering what happened to your dad. So, Miss Trap Queen of Beltsville, have you... sorry. So you start going to meetings with your parents, right? So that's something like I know a lot of people. It's funny because I feel like a lot of those kids who kind of come in, it's not funny, but a lot of them end up in the rooms,
yeah.
right? And I guess one of the things I wanted to ask is, have you like thought about doing like Al-Anon or like adult children's of alcoholics, or because it seems like you've had like this persistent thing in your life of like, even with your significant others, of where it's like you have addicts and alcoholics just tied to you kind of since you were born.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I remember being young, and when my dad would get his chips and he would give them to me, how proud I was of those. And then when my kids were little and I'm taking them to NA meetings, and whenever I would get my new key tag, however, they would fight over it.
Yeah.
Like, who got the next key tag? And like, this just recently happened to me. Well, actually like 30 days to the day. My oldest son, he is trying to get into the Merchant Marines. So he's just now developed that he is an addict because since he's had to stop using, he can't. And marijuana. I think there's other stuff, but you know, that's his story. You know, if he wants to come on us one day, but because so he asked me to go to a meeting with him because he sees that it works for me. And I'll tell you what, when, you know, at every meeting when they ask like anybody's new to this meeting or new to NA, like to introduce themselves, his hand shot right up.
Well, that's brave.
And when I heard him say that he was an addict, I burst into tears because I never ever thought, like, I thought I was protecting them from that life, you know.
Sorry.
But
you can only protect them so far.
Yeah, but you know, and he just got 30 days yesterday.
Nice.
Oh,
That's awesome.
nice.
So that's cool.
The Merchant Marines would be hard though for recovery, right? Isn't that like 6 months on, 6 months off? Or something?
Yeah, and they go to ports and they get wasted.
Yeah. It's a very seafaring life.
Yeah. So,
I need to do a past life regression because I'm pretty sure I was a pirate in my past life.
You're Black Sam, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
you died young though. You're not Blackbeard.
No, I don't have the height for that.
Yeah.
No.
but yeah, no, I think I would benefit from going to those meetings, and I probably should check into that, and also like maybe ask my children if they would be interested in going, because I'm pretty sure I've scarred them.
Well, there's
the shit
there's
I've
a
done.
lot of different types of those support groups, right? Like,
I've heard it, like ACA, Adult Children of Alcoholics. I've heard that it's actually like tremendously beneficial.
Yeah,
for
to a
lots
lot
of
of people. Yeah, because I mean, I can only imagine like what you guys were describing, like where you're all talking about the bars. I never had that, right? But you all have this shared experience of being at a bar as a kid. Like, I have no idea what that's like.
Yeah, but your family also had like a bar in their basement.
Yeah, but that was just for show. You know, we didn't use it for drinking, right? My dad didn't drink really growing up, so yeah, that bar was just for show.
Okay.
You know, for parties and entertainment.
Yes. Gotcha. Good. All right. Okay. I'm gonna ask two questions. One's gonna be a quick, fun question. You're gonna answer this too.
You can't tell me what to do.
I would like you to answer, please. Okay. It's a fun question. How many tattoos do you have?
Oh God, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, definitely over 100. I'm sure.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
because you get to the point where it's like it's a sleeve, right?
Oh, I know.
So-
Yeah.
Are you
I still
fully
have some room.
sleeved on all sides? Like,
Oh yeah, I'm like
with your
tattooed
legs,
completely
too?
from neck to torso, except for my back is.
Your back's not.
None on your
My
back?
back's not. And I got like a missing spot right here, but
Okay.
I just started working on my legs, so I still got plenty of skin to go, and I'll find spots. Even
Oh yeah. We'll find. Yeah, we'll find. We'll make room.
Yeah.
For sure. How many do you have, Carly?
Like 12, maybe. I don't know. Certainly not 100.
I think I have like 10 or 12, something like that. What's your favorite tattoo?
my favorite tattoo, I gotta say, is a portrait of my grandma.
Absolutely. Fantastic. What about you, Carly?
The Cardinals for my parents.
Nice. Fantastic.
What's your favorite, David? Were you...
I'm probably gonna have to go with the portrait of Walt Whitman. It was just, it's done so well, and I've
is.
wanted it for
I like
so
the
long.
Lorax, man.
The Lorax is great. I love the Lorax.
And same with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is fantastic. I like. I got a bunch of meetings.
I do want to say, Kara, you're a chameleon, and I approve of that with your look. I'm looking at your Facebook. You like.
You're being stalked on Facebook, right? You fucking creep.
What do you mean? She's our guest. You know,
That's
gotta
true.
See.
That's true.
Oh yeah, my look definitely drastically changes throughout the years.
No, I get it. That's like, you know, you got to look different every time you see different people. Makes sense.
All right. Now, real question. What am I going to go with? So, you talked about how like abuse and love were crossed throughout your life, like you were constantly getting abused, but they were like, oh, this because we love you.
Right.
How have you started to unravel that in like therapy and in recovery, and basically learn what like true healthy love and relationships are, and how are they like working in your life?
Oh wow. It was a big struggle for real at first, working through like the trauma therapy I did. So the trauma therapy I do is called EMDR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
so
that.
That really helps process a lot of the pain, and definitely working the steps and having a sponsor has helped me out a lot. And I definitely took the suggestion of staying out of relationships my first year clean.
Nice.
So I was out of relationships and totally celibate for the whole year. Well, a little bit longer, a year, like 14 months. And I just started dating somebody now who's in the rooms, and he has a lot of clean time.
Nice.
And it is so strange having a healthy relationship. And it's actually like opening my eyes to a lot and making me more aware of like how manipulative I am and how codependent I am that I didn't know I was.
Okay.
And having to reel myself in,
Yeah.
and actually having him where he wants to talk about stuff,
Yeah.
or he'll actually notice when I'm having unhealthy
Yeah. You mean he doesn't talk with his fists?
No, he doesn't.
Wow.
And it's like,
What a fucking thought.
That's really nice.
maybe he doesn't love me.
That's trauma comedy right there.
That's trauma comedy. That was dark. But
That's
also
trauma
hurt.
comedy.
It also hurt my heart. Also hurt my heart.
Oh no, like he'll
That is such a hilariously dark statement. Like, he doesn't punch me. Does he love me? Like, oh
he
God.
doesn't like me.
Goodness.
I've never been with somebody who can, like, this man can see right through me, and it's weird.
And articulate his own feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, what? This is weird. I like it and I don't like it at the same time.
yeah.
Like, damn, I can't manipulate you. I can't hide my feelings. Like, he's even told me, like, don't tell me you're fine when you're not.
Yep.
Don't say you're okay when you're not. Like, it's okay for you to say, I am mad at you because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Absolutely.
what? I could do that?
Yeah.
Or like when I'm being a shitty or being a bitch, you'd be like, you know what? Let's just take some time to breathe, like sleep on it, calm down, and I'll call you in the morning and we'll talk about it.
Can I date this guy? This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah. And
what's up?
well, the whole night I'm
Can I
like,
just have a hug? What's up, bro?
in my fucked up head, like, how am I going to get back at him? I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Back at him? He didn't do anything.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I like call my sponsor, like, I'm a fucked up bitch. Like, why am I thinking these things?
Yeah.
And then he does call me in the morning and we do talk about it and everything is okay. And we move on. I was like, thank you, NA.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Never thought this was possible.
What you got?
All right. So did you start going to therapy prior to being in the rooms?
I did.
So what prompted you to start therapy, and kind of like what's the added benefit of it, even though like being in recovery and then also having that side of it?
Wait, that's a good one. I started going because the guy that I was seeing, when I would get drunk, I would get triggered. So he would do something that would remind me of an ex or what my mother used to do or my father used to do. And it was like he was no longer him. I was yelling at that person.
Oh.
I was like taking stuff out on people. And he actually told me, like, if you don't get help, I can't see you anymore. And I was like, well, fuck. So then that's when I started going to trauma therapy, because I really wanted to get to the fucking root, because I've done plenty of like talk therapy. And yeah, it feels good getting off your chest, but that shit isn't making it go away.
Right.
But the EMDR, man, it really, like, you get to the root of that motherfucker and pull it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I remember after like a session, I'd be like, that's it? Like,
It's funny that we were talking
it's so
about like
simple.
dentistry before the episode because you're like talking about getting to the roots, and I'm like, no, the roots are still there, but the rest of it is dead. The teeth are gone. Teeth are gone. Roots are still there. They're rotten. It's fine.
Oh, fuck yeah. So, and then I guess that trauma therapy is what led me getting back to being clean, getting back to the rooms, because the more I started working on me, and I was getting healthier, and I was getting better, the more I realized how he was purposefully triggering me, to be like, see, like poking the bear.
Gaslighting situation.
Oh God, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then I tried, like, even after the whole beach scenario when we beat the shit out of each other and he left me in like South Carolina by myself, I tried to tell him like the only way we could be together was if we both got clean. Like that's the only way it's gonna work. And I got clean. He didn't. He lied for 6 months about it. But then being clean and seeing somebody in active addiction, like I could definitely tell, like, oh, this is why I used to come after you or try to attack you. You said like some vicious ass shit. Like you definitely knew the buttons. Definitely knew which buttons to push. And I'm like, you know what? Now I can see why like shit would escalate so badly.
All right. What you got, Eric?
Oh man, I had mainly just those questions about the parents and the alcoholics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one
Go ahead.
more.
Go ahead, David.
So, what's your spirituality look like? Like what?
Ooh.
Like,
Oh, I have one after you.
just a general like. Where are you at?
Oh yeah, so I definitely just got through the first 3 steps. Where I had to dive into that. I grew up Catholic.
Shocking.
Yeah.
So you have all that guilt.
Oh God, yeah. Like
Yeah,
God is the
poor-
boogeyman who's gonna fucking get you.
Yeah,
He's
fuck that,
constantly
dude.
watching you. He knows every bad
It's
thing
really
you do.
bad. I don't know how do you guys live with that guilt?
It's terrible.
It's
I mean,
awful,
it sounds
dude.
like Mary grew up Catholic. I'm just like, oh, dude, like that sucks. Like you just feel bad about everything, don't you?
Presbyterian God was really boring. I gotta tell you.
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian God is just the most boring ever. He's like, we're gonna read you some scripture, and then we're gonna sing a song, and then we'll have donuts downstairs. Have a lovely Sunday. It's like,
No, oh my God, no. Catholic is
where's the fire and brimstone? Damn it!
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of. Give me some frogs. Fuck.
Oh my God, and like I constantly have like bad thoughts all the time. What do I call it? Intrusive thoughts?
Oh,
and like every
yes.
time you can't stop those. So I'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry, God, please
Wait,
don't
so
send me to hell.
what's what's that? What's an intrusive thought? Why is that bad?
What? Are you
What?
being?
Because even
I am not religious.
It's
Are
a
you being
sin.
comical or
No,
are you
I'm
being
not.
serious?
Like, so you're not allowed to think bad things?
no, it's still a sin.
You don't know what an intrusive thought is?
No, I know what an intrusive thought is in reality, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
what is an intrusive thought in religion?
I think what
Like,
they used to
okay.
teach you in like growing up in Catholic is like a sin in the mind is a sin in the heart.
Well, I mean, one of the
But you
10
didn't do
commandments
it.
is like, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife." Like,
Yeah.
coveting happens in the fucking mind.
Right.
I
So you're
can't
like,
think about my
"God
neighbor's
damn,
wife.
she looks good."
What am I supposed to do when I'm waxing my carrot? God,
waxing
That's a
my
sin.
carrot.
You're going to hell.
sorry. Thinking about old Natasha down the road. My bad. She was mowing the lawn in a bikini. My bad, God.
yeah.
Sorry, Jesus.
Oh yeah, you use birth control, you're going to hell. You pull out, hell.
That's
Masturbate, hell.
well, yeah, no, I know all that.
Go to hell.
I guess I didn't know you weren't allowed to think bad things too.
No, yeah,
that's-
you can't even
yeah.
think. Yeah,
Can't even think bad.
bad things.
I
Get
thought
your-
there's
get
a
under
so
control
okay,
there.
yeah, that's weird.
Get
Okay.
yourself under control.
Yeah.
Control your mind.
So I guess like I'm still searching, right? I believe and there's definitely a higher power, energies and the universe, and I just listen in meetings when people talk about their higher power and I check it out. Like I heard this girl share about angel numbers, that's how her higher power talks to her, so I looked into that. Yeah, so I'm still looking.
Google it, Eric. Angel numbers.
Angel
I don't know
numbers,
what that
yeah.
is.
Like when you see like it can like a sequence of numbers.
Oh, like numerology. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, numerology's
Yeah,
dope,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so I've been looking into that and just taking bits and pieces from what I learned from the
Yeah.
rooms and other
Absolutely.
people sharing.
Yeah, make an amalgam.
I
that
believe
works
in
for you.
Pretty much like
numerology.
forming my own like
Absolutely.
higher power.
Yeah.
And just from being Catholic, just saying the word God still gives me like heebie-jeebies. I almost wish we would take it out of our literature and just
I
replace it with
agree.
higher power.
We
Just
all
take God
agree
out,
here.
higher power.
I agree. And it's always him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
always
Why is
him.
it him? Yeah,
It's always him. God as we understand him.
yeah. Shouldn't be a him either.
So at our home group a couple weeks ago.
Did she make a group conscious?
No, some random woman was doing the reading, and she was like, "God as we understand her," and I was like, "This bitch!" I was like, "Yes!" I was like, "You're awesome," and like I could see a couple heads go up, like, "What?
Her?
Did she change the reading?" And I was like, "Yeah, she did."
That's why I left AA, man. The couple of meetings I went to, they were just jamming God down my throat. And
Well, they have a Lord's Prayer at the end, you know.
Which is very, very interesting.
yeah, NA is definitely
Good
my
prayer.
people.
Good prayer.
It's a fine
But
prayer.
it's fine prayer.
Because even now, like some people that I like used to be going to the bars with, like about 3 of them now have like hit me up, like because they see that my life, I'm doing good,
Yeah.
and like I have what people want now,
Yeah.
right? So they'll reach out to me and be like, "Yeah, try it."
I'm not
yeah.
shaking and giving people 3
I'm like,
piercings.
right? Like, but why do you go to NA? Like, I'm a fucking addict, dude.
Yeah.
Like, check it out. Like, it's awesome. Like, you
Yeah.
find your people and like,
I had cocaine inside me.
right? Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, there was a girl in there with me when she saw me doing it. She's like, "Don't flush it." I'm like, bitch. It's like, oh,
She's like, I'll do it. What,
Give it to me. Give it to me.
what is wrong with you? You see it? It's broken here.
I don't care.
That was it.
We can try it out. We can try it out.
Yeah.
Like, fuck no, we gotta flush this shit. They're not gonna put this on me too.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
She's like, no, you're going to put it on me. You're going to put it on me. Okay, so here is my last question is, so what other areas of your life has addiction been manifesting itself lately?
You took Carly's question.
I did.
Oh man, it's all right,
I did.
dude. I'm such a fucking addict.
I am the original OG of this question.
You are.
You are the OG of that question. I remember the first time you asked it, I was like, oh, fuck, that's a good question. Damn.
Oh yeah, like I guess what got me through that the first year was I was trying to get hired at the fire department. I wanted to become like a real firefighter, EMT, instead of just a volunteer. Instead of just a
You want
volunteer.
to get paid for it.
Yeah, I want to get paid to do this shit.
Just based off that accent, you were in jail in Florida. Way too long. It rubbed off.
So I guess working out. Oh my god, going to the gym. I was going to the gym like 2-3 times a day. Monster energy drinks and C4. Oh my god, I was like
Were you
at one
snorting
point
pre-workout?
almost, dude. Like almost. I was mixing it in my Monster and like
Stop. Okay, so I just a little PSA. The overdose amount of caffeine is 500 milligrams. Okay.
Oh my god, is that true?
Yeah, it's not that much. So people in
I have
NA,
overdosed a lot of
people in NA are taking dangerous amounts of.
Oh yeah. Dude, we
Fuck yeah.
were.
And it's
Dude,
pre-workout. I was looking at someone who had pre-workout, and it was like, this person had a heart attack, and it was like, this contains 1,500 milligrams of caffeine. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, not to mention the loads of ephedrine that are in it and shit like that. Oh my god.
oh yeah.
So working out.
Pre-workout,
Yeah, dude.
man, that stuff is crazy.
Oh well.
That's a drug, I think.
yeah, and
I
I
agree.
told somebody that I was doing that in the rooms, and they're like, "You better knock that shit off!" Like,
Yeah.
and
You're
I
gonna
was,
burn out your heart and your liver.
Yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah, I was on the stair mill, and then all of a sudden I started getting like these really bad chest pains, and I was like, "Oh, this is it! I fucking did it! I'm gonna kill myself!"
No.
And I like stopped, and I was like, it hurt, and I was like, "Should I tell somebody I need help?" And I was like, "Nah, fuck it,
No, we're not gonna ask for help.
I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer."
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
It passed, thank God.
Yeah.
But I stopped doing that shit, and I stopped drinking Monsters for a while until like recently. You know, now it's back.
Energy drinks are hard. I haven't had an energy drink for like 2 years probably. And that's the longest I think I've been.
I've been going with the V8 energies, which is great.
The V8?
V8 energies.
I didn't know
so
V8 had an energy drink.
it doesn't have like like all that other crap. The quote unquote energy. It's literally just black.
B12 and
Yeah, so it's B12, B6, and then it's mixed. It's fruit juices, vegetable juices.
Well, yeah, like
mixed with green or black tea.
I mean, I drink yerba,
Which is really nice.
and green and black tea. That's not an energy drink. That's just tea.
No, but that's the level. But they're really nice. I'll get you some, Eric.
Yeah, give me some. I'll try it.
I got
Yeah,
you.
so the gym, and even now, I slowed down on going to the gym. I still go to the gym probably 5 days a week, but only once a day. But now it's manifesting in video games and Legos.
Ooh, what video games are you playing?
The guy I'm seeing, he
got you
refueled this
into it.
love
Good.
for it because
Good for him.
I remember like as a kid being addicted to video games. Like wait until my parents went to sleep, stuffing a towel underneath the door so I couldn't see the light on, and playing video games till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So he's got me on Kingdom Hearts right now.
Sweet. What a great game to get you on.
Yeah, that's
Is
awesome.
it the first Kingdom Hearts or like a remastered version, or what? Which?
Yeah, I'm on the
Kingdom
first
Hearts?
one right now.
Sweet. Or like,
It's so
it's
good.
the Disney game.
Yeah, it's bringing back all the love
Disney
of
and
Disney.
Fantasy, Final Fantasy merged together.
Yeah. And now Legos, where like
My
we go
wife
to the
is into
mall
Legos right now.
and we go to the Lego store. And I'm actually like, I really do feel like a fucking addict, right?
Well,
I'm like looking
Legos-
at this Hogwarts set I really fucking want, but it's like $450. And I'm like, you know what? I work 6 days a week. I could do it. I can afford it, right?
Well, and they're like useful things now, right? Like Legos, like MC just made a what do you call it? Like a pencil holder that's like Hedwig, you know? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like,
shit.
you know, like you can use that. It's
Well,
not
yeah.
just Legos anymore.
Fuck yeah. Well, now thank you for telling me
You know?
that, because now I can justify my
Yeah.
Lego
Well,
addiction.
do you know you can make like a camera out of Legos?
No
They have
fucking
a
way.
camera now that you can actually like make and it works.
Wow.
Like that's like the dopest shit in the world. But I'm feeding your addiction right now.
Yeah, definitely. You're just making it. It's okay. It's all better. I could go spend another $500 on a Lego set.
The good old 14th step.
Yeah. I'm working on Gringotts Bank right now. The thing is amazing. It's so cool.
Are you gonna have a whole little like wizarding world?
Absolutely. I'm even looking into like the light sets that go with them that you can put in it. Yeah.
Do you have like a whole area where you're building, like so that like you have a world that you're building?
Yeah, we're thinking about it. Like, what are we gonna do? We need shelves.
Yes,
Like,
you do. You do.
Now I'm like, I need a whole nother house with a big basement, so I can like, put all
Why
this
are you
shit.
getting so excited? You don't even like Legos.
That's
But he
not
likes
true.
Harry
I
Potter.
loved putting yours together. I absolutely loved it. She got me Thor's Mjolnir, Thor's hammer.
Sweet.
Not this
As
Christmas,
a
the
Lego?
previous Christmas.
I got Captain America's shield for Christmas this year.
Fuck
I
yeah.
haven't started
Lego?
building it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I played with Legos as a kid, and like I put it together, and I fucking loved it. And she's like, "You didn't like it," and I was like, "I fucking loved it." But I keep
love it.
forgetting to actually bring it and show it to
We
you.
actually put on the Harry Potter movies, like from 1 to
and build it together. That's
all of
fun.
them, and we build it together, drink Mountain Dews, and get Chinese food, and it's just the most romantic thing I think I've ever done with somebody in my life, and I love it.
I miss Mountain Dew so much.
Sounds fantastic.
I mean, placing drugs inside you in front of swamp cops is not. That's not romance.
No.
That's, okay.
I thought
I'm gonna
that
write
was-
that
I
down.
thought
Once
it
upon a
was.
time. Yeah, we thought it was.
Once upon a
time. Once upon a drug. That's it. Once upon a drug. Holy shit, that's an amazing title. Way better than Beltsville Trap Queen. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, I think we're about out of time, so we would like to thank our guest Kira for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Really quick, 1 minute, talking to anybody out there who's putting drugs inside them right now and needs to hear a message of hope. What do you have to say to that person?
God, just hold on. Keep coming.
Spit on it first. God damn it. God damn it. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Also,
Like,
make
yeah.
sure you wrap it all the way. You don't want it to get
Yeah,
like,
you
wet.
don't want- yeah.
You know, that's not
Yeah,
good.
she had a cocaine rage.
Yeah.
Can we get back to our minute
Yes.
of hope?
So a minute of hope. Thank you. You reeled it back in for me. Somebody out there needs to hear a message of hope. What do you have to say directly to them?
God, you can live life beyond your wildest dreams. For real, like NA has given me a life that I've always wanted, and I don't know where I'd be without it today.
All right. Well, again, thank you for joining us. And here at Podcast Recovery, we are aiming to expand the scope of support for recovering addicts. Accessibility and convenience of helpful services is paramount to combating addiction. We work to bring the message of recovery to every addict, wherever and whenever it is needed. We believe that a powerful voice of recovery should be obtainable, practical, and at the touch of a button. Every addict deserves to hear a message of hope, and Podcast Recovery is here to provide it. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us once again. Go to all our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, now Reddit page. Like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to become part of the Podcast Recovery family, please donate to our Patreon because we are self-supporting and need help keeping the mics on. With all that said, everybody, thanks for joining us, but most importantly,
Stay safe and stay clean.